Good morning and welcome back to Margin. As we come to a close of this year, this very tumultuous year, I want to talk to you about goal setting. I want to talk to you about plans for the coming year and letting bygones be bygones, leaving the past in the past and moving forward. So let's jump right into it. So again, this morning, I just want to talk to you about goal setting for the new year. I know that many people step into a new year and they immediately think about the New Year's resolutions they want to accomplish. And unfortunately, so many of those fail in a matter of weeks and even a few short months into the new year. And my encouragement would be to not just make another round of New Year's resolutions, but really to look at it from a standpoint of what habits need to change. And instead of looking at it from a diet standpoint, look at it from a standpoint of what lifestyle changes do I need to make for my personal finances. So as I've mentioned before, your personal finances are personal to you, and going into this new year and looking at it from a standpoint of what you want to accomplish in your personal finances, how you want to set a precedence going forward for your lifestyle related to your personal finances is so important. And it's so important to be able to set something that will be sustainable. So when it comes to sustainability with your spending plan, with your finances, and with your lifestyle, it is so important to look at it from a standpoint of what are the small changes that may even be seemingly unnoticeable that you can add in on a daily basis that can completely change the trajectory of your life. And I've mentioned that before, but I actually believe that to be true. And I believe that your habits have a tendency to have a compound effect, positive or negative. And those decisions that you're making in your personal finances, they may seem seemingly trivial. They may seem to not even matter, but they do matter. And as you look into this new year, this new opportunity to have a reset with your personal finances, look at it from the standpoint of how can I change my lifestyle related to my personal finances rather than stepping into just yet another diet, cutting back on spending or cutting back on certain types of spending, and look at it from the standpoint of what can I change that would actually have a lasting effect, something that I can put into place that won't be just a fad and won't just be a New Year's resolution that's gone in a matter of weeks. So when goal setting for your personal finances, it's really important to figure out going into the new year, looking at what do you want to accomplish? Is it some career goal? Is it some financial goal related to paying down debt? Is it being able to finally afford to send your kids to a certain school? Or maybe it's finally getting to take that vacation that you've been wanting to take. There could be a million different things that you want to accomplish, but I believe that it's important to think from a standpoint of what really matters to you. So there's a quote that says, "Don't want what you don't want." And it's so simple but profound in the sense that we oftentimes look at our neighbors and we look at our family and we look at our coworkers or people on social media, and we look at it from a standpoint of like, oh my gosh, it'd be so nice if I could finally have X, whatever X is. But oftentimes you don't look introspectively and look internally from a standpoint of, is that something that actually fits what I'm aiming at? And if you don't know what you're aiming at, you'll miss it every time. And I think it's one of those aspects where when you're looking at a new year, you're looking at a new opportunity to lean into what you're ultimately aiming at, what you're ultimately looking for, and wanting those things that you actually want rather than those things that culture or society is telling you you should want. So what is it? What is it that you want? What are you aiming at? What are you looking for? And when you're building out those goals for this new year, stepping into this new year, don't want what you don't want. As you're looking at what you actually want, that you are looking at it through a lens of what adds the most value to you. There's so many things in life that add tremendous value in my own world, in my own life, that are seemingly small. And honestly, most people wouldn't even think would add that much value. And I have a morning routine, for example, that I go through every single morning. And that morning routine was something that I made a priority through a habit, and over time basically built that habit in, and then built in the amount of time I needed in order to build that routine. And that routine is so important to me, but it keeps me centered and in a lot of ways, for a lack of better term or phrase. And it allows me to make sure I'm walking into the day very intentionally, very carefully. On a given day, I have a number of meetings I have to be in. I have a number of decisions I have to make. And I can tell the difference. I can tell the difference when I don't make what matters to me a priority. And I know that sounds selfish, but it actually does matter. It matters to know what you value. And that time in the morning, every morning, to be still, to focus my mind, my heart on the things that matter to me going into the day, changes the way that I make decisions, and that matters to me. And so I make it a priority to make sure that that time is consistent and is repetitive, so that I can calm my mind, focus my thoughts, focus on what I want to accomplish, and be able to step into the day without feeling a level of pressure that I think most Americans walk into their day with. So what I would encourage you to do is step into this new year, this new opportunity to have a clean slate, per se, for the new year, to look at that vision that you want to accomplish. Look at it from a standpoint of, what do I want to accomplish in this new year? And how do I need to change my lifestyle so that my lifestyle aligns with my values, so that I'm not spending time trying to get things that ultimately don't matter to me, and so that I can ultimately work on, focus on, and be intentional with those things that really do matter the most. So my call to action today, going into this new year, is, what is that new habit you need to get into the rhythm of? And I would say, be careful to make sure it's something that's palatable. Make sure it's something that you can step into and not lose after 3 weeks or 2 months or so. And my call to action really would be to come back here on a daily basis and take a small fraction of your day to reflect on your finances, reflect on your goals and your vision for your life, so that you are building in that compound effect in a positive trajectory to hitting those things that you really want to hit. If this information is helpful to you, please do like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you're reminded to come back here each day to join us in building in the right habits to change the trajectory of your life. Thank you for your time. Enjoy your day, and we'll see you back here tomorrow.